Alright guys, this is some property that we've been allowed to access to start clearing the property and tearing some stuff down. As you can see, we've got an old structure here that it's got to come down. The property owner is getting taxed on it and it is not usable. This is eventually going to be kind of a passive income for the property owner. We'd like to get a bunch of the wooded area around here cleared to start doing a market garden. But I wanted to show you guys the mess that I'm dealing with. Like, this is part of an old roof, some old shingles. This was, I believe, can't even really see much. I believe it was the addition on the side of a mobile home. We're gonna try and salvage some of the lumber. It's kind of aged and weathered. Some of it's gonna turn into kindling for the wood stove. We'd like to have a little shop here, have all of our tool storage, and get out of here. Take you guys down to the other section here that I was working on. Maybe get a better look at the structure. All this is going to get cut down and cleared. This is where I'd like to have some market beds. Once this is cleared, it'll get some good sunshine throughout the day. Like right now, you can kind of see the sun's coming from here, going that way. But that's going to all get cleared except for these bigger, I think you can see sort of a couple of big pines there. We're going to hold on to those. I've got a good spot for some hugelkultur. A lot of stuff I've already cut down. There's a bit of a gully down in here. Surprised the camera doesn't pick it up that well, but let's see, we'll go in through here. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about the shaky camera. And once I get some of these trees cleared, this gully is probably, oh, it's a log. I don't know, 5 or 6 feet deep. That log can be broken up and put in that gully once everything's cut down. I'll do another video for this gully. It just kind of ends right here and goes that way. There's some woods roads back here that go this way, and then one goes further down to the left there, that way, and then there's one on the far side, up on the other side of the property, that runs down through. So there's some roads in there, woods roads. Like, a lot of these pines are gonna go. It's thickened through there. I got a little Hercules Harbor Freight mini sawzall, so I can cut a lot of that down with just the sawzall. But a lot of that is going to end up right in this gully. A lot of this stuff. You see how thick this is? Can't even really see through there. It's all going to end up in this gully as a huge hugelkultur bed. Once everything's in there, I mean, we can get some compost. There's a guy in town that sells compost. Might be able to get some free wood chips from tree companies. Let's head back up through here. Again, sorry, ow, for the shaky video. I just got snapped in the face by a branch. I want to show you guys what I'm calling the circle, because it's kind of our turnaround for vehicles. There we go. We're gonna have some stumps here, kind of as a no-go zone. I mean, we can turn around here pretty easily. Property lines, like, I don't know if you can see the little vase there. That's the property line from the road. Kind of goes along the edge of the circle. Started putting some rocks up for the fire pit, at least lining it out. I've got a, I don't know what it's actually called. I call it a rock pick, but it's got a sharp edge on it so that I can cut around this and then dig out the hole, and then some of the stones from over there will make a fire pit. the one of these woods roads starts right down through here. We gotta clean some of this up. That little Hercules sawzall's gonna work wonders for most of this. But let's see, where does that road go? I think it kind of goes here and to the right. There's two different property owners. One's 2 acres, the other one's 10 acres. Way down. I don't know if you can see that pine tree, but I think that's right about where the swamp starts. And I think down there we're gonna do some root crops, carrots, potatoes, I don't know, gourds of any kind. I like some summer squash myself, but. And then we've got plans for a root cellar, some off-grid stuff that everybody knows about. My mother and I were looking at those toilets that use gray water from shower and bathroom sink to flush the toilet. We've got, I think, 100-watt solar, big marine deep cycle battery. We've got a generator that runs on propane. In a really long-term project, would like to have some methane production so we can run that generator on methane. Let's go down in here. Move some rocks, but it's still kind of crappy through here. We're already at 6.5 minutes or so. I gotta come through here and clear some more stuff, but I think the compost pile is gonna go in here. I think we're towards the other end of the hugelkultur gully there. A lot of the stuff I've just been chopping and dropping. That's how it goes. We've got, you know, from past years, there's an old, where is it? Water heater there. Got an old fridge. This is the back side of the building. We thought it had a foundation, but it doesn't. So we're not sure as to why. Oh, it looks like maybe be able to use some of that lumber. I might grab that. I've on a tool shed out here because we're basically storing all our tools under vehicles and whatnot, and that would be nice for storage. That looks like 2x4s. That'd be all right for a tool shed, wouldn't it? Let's see, take my glasses off. I don't know how much we can see under there with the camera, but oh, look at that over here. Let's see, where's my finger? That foundation rise, whatever you want to call it. And this one, these are sketchy. Like, I shouldn't really be this close, but look at that board. And I'm just under here. I want to grab them 2x4s so bad. Looks like maybe an old, I don't know, bed frame? That could work though. Looks like it's from somewhere, pre-cut, pre-drilled. I think some of these joists might be usable. Yeah, once I get down to that point, we've got one of those little cast iron Harbor Freight stoves that we're gonna try and use some hot water tricks with. But there's a thimble. I don't know, it doesn't really pick it up. I can see it just fine. But there's a old tank of some sort that goes through the wall, and the stovepipe goes through that. I call it a thimble, but other people call it whatever. Stovepipe. Some of them, I don't know if we can see that. Well, some of it's wet, but once it comes down and we get it piled up and covered, it should dry up. I want to get over to I think it's a well, a hand-dug well. Yeah, you guys are going to go adventuring with me. See, raspberry bush, go away. I'm trying to be selective with what I cut for the raspberry bushes, but a lot of it's just in the way, and I kind of want to, this is rough terrain. Ow, pine tree. Cobwebs. Oh, we're almost there. I started digging out some of it, and it's just this chipboard, wet, falling apart. Sorry to step on. It's got a black pipe in there, and the house or structure I think the mobile home was right here, but this structure, this is I think the roof over the mobile home. I'm gonna take that apart at some point. But this is probably my height down. That's like 6 foot. I want to dig out some of this and maybe put some kind of water storage in there. I don't want just a hand dug well. I want something I can kind of control. And that by that black pipe, it looks like a water pipe. Anyways, yeah, let's see if I can get back out of here. This is the way I usually come in, but since I was already out back looking at them 2x4s under the building, a lot of this I just chopped and dropped like before. Once it breaks down, it'll be all right. Some little logs and stuff. I want to try my hand at carving some walking sticks. The property owners aren't very stable on their feet. That's why they haven't been out here. We're gonna keep the camera low for now. See some cords, solar light, extension cord. This leads down to the trails. What are we at? Almost 12 minutes, that's all right. It's a little rough down here, but like I said, get some of these smaller logs out and make some walking sticks. That's a trail down into the thick of things. This is the head of, there's some junk back there, but that's all right. This is one of the roads that kind of curves around the trees here, and it meets back up with a road way back in there. It meets with this road, woods trail, whatever you want to call it. The trails, we'll call them trails. This is a huge, well, besides some trees up front, this is a huge pine thicket. I saw a video the other day about, oh, what is that? Is that a pheasant? Is it gonna take off if I move, or is that a stick? Oh, it's a stick. Metal bed frame, but yeah, there's a bunch of junk out here that's gotta be moved out. Once we get all these trees cut down and some trails established, we can get a buggy down in here and start moving some stuff, because like I said, I want to get this market garden going, and there's, back here, you can see the sun is everywhere, and once it's cleared out, this is going to be great growing areas. It might be a little like, what are the Aztecs had like tiered growing. It's kind of a downhill this way. So yeah, this is a dream in the making for a long time. We finally got access to the property. Cobwebs. I just cut through here yesterday, the day before. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of crap down here. Like, what a mess. I wish I had like a bucket loader or something. That's just trash. And there's still more down through there. I've got to clip a lot of these. I've got hand clippers to cut down a lot of the smaller stuff, and then like that tree can come down with the Sawzall. That one. See, there's a lot of stuff I don't necessarily need the chainsaw for, wasting gas. And let's get out of here. You know, we're just getting started. Property owner is the one that's investing in the solar, the generator. I'm buying the propane, the gas. Maybe one of these days I'll get down into the woods there and take a look at maybe where we're going to be growing the root crops. Of course, I'd like to have some chickens, but that may not happen until spring. What is today's date? October 10th? Something like that. But yeah, that's it, guys. I got a bunch of work to do. If I make some progress, I'll make a second part to the video, but there will be a day when this structure is gone. Bit of an update, guys. Got part of the roof down. That was sketchy. I wanted to reuse this rack that we found, but It might just be the four corner pieces, because this wood in the middle is rotted pretty bad. Like I said in the last video, it's trashed. I'm gonna get rid of all of this stuff. I was on this wall earlier trying to get some of it pulled off of the rafters. It's just sketchy working around this roof. Yeah, a mess. I can't even walk straight in this mess. The only things we think we're gonna save is this door and those shelf hinges. Maybe some of these interior wall pieces. I don't know, those are rotted over here, but those might be usable. The ones on the outside, hold on. I want to use on the side of one of our sheds, but I don't know. Whoever built this, cut them at an raspberry plant, cut them at an angle, so they go that way. But most everything else is, I don't know if that window is going to be reusable either. As long as the frame's not twisted, I guess it could be. Oh, the glass is broke out of the storm window and the interior window. But there's free windows on the side of the road everywhere around here. You can hear the generator running. Not much has changed back here. That's still really bad. That's the main reason why we're tearing it down. The other side's not horrible, but this side is very close to, I don't know, to me it looks like it's going to go over any time. Anybody want a box of non-lidded jars? No? Alright. Well, this is the progress we're at right now. I have some pictures that I'm probably going to post. Well, I've posted some to Facebook. I want to post some to Reddit as well. I don't know my Reddit name off the top of my head. It's always a weird name with Reddit. But, so you guys can see, we'll walk in here a little bit. Oh, today's date, since I haven't done it on my previous clips, today's date is October 24th. I just looked at the calendar too. I think what I'm going to do with these clips is obviously edit them together, make one movie. A lot of crap in here. But yeah, we've got, if I don't fall in a hole, we've got some boards off. It's pretty close. There's probably 1, 2, 3, like 15 more boards, including these two that I'm using as like a makeshift ladder. I just get up there and sit down and take the shingle and tar paper off and then remove a board and kind of see how it's going. I did have a friend, I don't know if he wants me to mention his name, but a friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, has offered to, once we've got this cleared up, all the boards out, all the mess out, all that good stuff, to use some of the lumber, maybe have to buy some or salvage some from another project somewhere, but he's willing to build my wife and I a tiny house right here, which is cool. Down here, kind of where I want some grow beds next summer. I started clearing it out. I do want to show you guys those glass panes that came out of the building before I took it down. Been doing some more clearing down here. You can almost see the gully from here. I've started cutting down some of the little stuff that I can use the clippers for. But there's some dead tree here. Let's see. Yeah, those two right there. Those are going to come down at some point today. I think. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is just hand tools, and we got to get rid of some of these rocks. I do want to show the glass panes because I think what I want to do with these, I don't know, make a couple of tables out of them, clean them up. What a mess. I've still got tons of work to do, but yeah, I mean, they're kind of dirty. We can clean them up though. Those would make some nice-ish tables. I might use some of the scrap lumber that can't quite be used for the building for the construction of those tables. Man, this came down with a crash. See if I can get around and show the back side here. And show some of the clearing that I've done down through here. A lot of this, the pine needles, the evergreen trees, all that stuff is being used as fire starter. Trying to use everything we can. A lot of the little stuff I'm just chopping and dropping. That's why it looks like a mess, but it's not. Can we see the trail? Not quite in the video, but that's a trail right down through there. Oh boy. Yeah, this came down. It did not want to. Is it a wasp nest? That's what it looks like. But yeah, that's the progress that we've made so far. Get back out of here. I'm so anxious to get this building down, but I'm trying to conserve my energy really, because it's tiring. It's exhausting doing everything by hand. I got branches stuck in my pant leg. Hold on. All wrapped up. Oh, raspberry stem. Okay, I'm not covering the camera. Those glass panes. Let me get back in here. Ow. Raspberry bushes everywhere. I cut them all down because I just want to see what happens when the next summer comes along. I think they came out of right here, this gap next to this crappy old window. Like I said, most of this probably isn't going to be usable for a building. It's just going to get burnt in the wood stove. I've already been cutting up some kindling this morning so when Cheryl gets back from the food pantry. Cheryl is my wife, of course. But man, this has opened up a lot. Probably can't tell in the video, but over here, once it's all cleared out, there's some trees I got to take down. But I definitely want some room to move around. Stuff on this side of the road or the trail. Anything I can cut down with the clippers, it's going to come down. The sun's got to hit this a lot throughout the day. Down here, some of those trees are going to come down as well. This is kind of phase one of the farm. That's going to be where all the quick grown crops are. I think way down back, not too far. Long season crops don't need to be up here by the house. They can be way down. I think we've decided on corn, potatoes. We've just been saving seeds from everything. Peppers, we got hundreds of pepper seeds that have dried out and we've stored. If anybody has any, I can see the building steaming from the dew this morning. Right along that beam. Doesn't quite pick up on camera. While I was cutting up kindling this morning, I heard a big tree go down way out that way somewhere on the neighbor's property. But man, I am super anxious, but my body is hurting. That taking this building down, Brady helped me. Friend from work, he helped me get it started, but the next day, I think I made a post about it on Facebook as I got it down, and now we're slow process of ripping and tearing and getting rid of all the trash in there, old insulation, clothes from the previous people that lived here like 30 years ago. So a lot of the stuff's just rotted and nasty. Like I said, I saved the panes of glass. Cheryl, it looks like a mess. Well, it's going to be a mess for a while, but sorry for the bad camera. But she found a Mickey sleeping bag. Looks like Mickey's on an adventure. Yeah, alligators or whatever. That's pretty much it for now, guys. When I made some more progress, maybe later this afternoon, I'll make another clip. We got a bunch of work to do. As you guys can see, I've made some progress on the building, tearing it down. Wasn't very motivated earlier today, so I decided, while I thought about the building, I would come down into the forest, the woods here, into the pine thicket, down the trail, on the back side of the gully where we're going to do the large, very large hugelkultur field. Don't know what we're putting there yet. It's hard to get it on camera how deep that is, but it's low right through there. I've cleared the back side, cleared the front side. You can actually see up through there now. We're going to leave these big pines. Where is it? That big pine and that big pine. Maybe. We might use it for lumber. I don't know. They're pretty good size. I think this one, it's 8 feet to the biggest, like, real knot on it. So that's good for lumber. But back here, I've been doing some ripping and tearing. I thought I was doing some ripping and tearing on the building. No, I'm doing some ripping and tearing back here. Some of this stuff went down on its own. Some of it went down with clippers. I had the Sawzall down here for a little bit. But man, look how thick this is. Like, I've got another, I don't know, can't even really tell, probably 40 or 50 feet back there. So, circle is there. The trail runs, or what will be the trail, runs to an intersection down there. And then this is the trail that runs from behind the building, runs down there. And they all kind of meet down there somewhere. But yeah, this is a mess. I'm going to try and cut some of this up for firewood. That's kind of rotted, but that's all right. It's an outdoor stove. Man, this is, I mean, it's work. It's going to be a farm someday. But one thing I did want to catch on camera, back out here to the actual trail. Sorry for the bumpy camera. I want to see if I can find her. We have, I guess what we're calling a farm cat. She's not gonna go outside or anything. I want to get her on video. My grandmother calls her, what, Mary? Mary. And we call her Cupcake because we caught her eating cupcakes this morning. Say hi.